Good evening, everyone. I'm Trading Co. and welcome to the post market analysis of Nifty and Banknifty. Now, let's start with Nifty. Here we can see today price opened gap up and rose to some few points and then ended up falling again. If we go to the daily time frame, let's zoom in. Here you can see if we draw the previous high, we can see that price closed above, but right after the next candle price closed below the previous high, which results in fake breakout. And we can see after the false breakout the price opened again but ended up closing below the resistance, and this is the follow-up candle of the false breakout candle. Here we can see the price opened at gap up and ended up closing below the open. So what we might expect tomorrow? We might expect the price to consolidate for the whole day, or we might expect the continuation of the fall. That's the two options that we have for now, or the price might actually rise, but the day after tomorrow it might fall again. So there are chances that the price might continue the move to upside by saying that this is a pullback and gaining the volume to move even higher. So now let's talk about the levels of Nifty. If we draw our high, this is our current all-time high. Now let's go to 1 hour time frame. Here we can see this area is our major resistance and our support will be this wick, and our second support is 27,740. Okay, the levels are seeming to be okay. Let's draw another resistance here at this area. Here the price have a movement to downside. Here the price is kind of reacting to this level, so we will consider this as a resistance too. And these are our levels for Nifty, and as I told you, we might expect the price to consolidate tomorrow or a rise in tomorrow's movement, or maybe a possible fall to downside. So there are three scenarios that might happen eventually, and at the end of the week we might expect the price to be either in downtrend or in uptrend. That's the only two options for the end of the week. Now let's go to Banknifty. Here we can see the same situation happened in Banknifty, but here is the thing. Let's draw our previous all-time high. Alright, our previous all-time high is this, and we can see price closed above the previous all-time high and sustained, and our current all-time high is this, and we can see that the price, let me draw our previous all-time high as our resistance, which converted into support. We can see that the price sustained above the resistance and became a support, and we can see that the price is kind of consolidating at this range. After this candle, price had a huge fall to downside, and we can see that the candles were getting weaker and weaker. At first the candle was strong, at second the body is way smaller than the wicks, and the same goes to the third candle too. So what we might expect in Bank Nifty is that we might expect the price to slow down and then price continue to the upside. That's the reason one. The reason two will be we might expect the price to slow down but with a small rise to upside and breaking with a very strong candle to downside. This might be another possibility too. So now let's draw our important levels. Here this will be considered as our resistance. Now let's draw our supply zone. Here we can see this will be our supply zone. This zone will be considered as our supply. Let me change the colors for better understanding. This is our supply zone. Now let's draw our support. We have drawn our support 1 here. Now let's draw our another support which will be this level. Here the price ejected with a strong volume to upside. So this will be considered as our support. Support 1, support 2, supply 1, resistance 1. These are our levels for Nifty and Bank Nifty. And let's discuss why Nifty and Bank Nifty reacted this way. So if we look at the heat heat map, we can actually see stocks that affected Nifty today were the IT stocks. Infosys and TCS were the top losers among the IT stocks. And in auto sector, the Tata Motors and Mahindra were also significant laggards. And other heavyweights like ICICI and Adani Enterprises were also contributed to the downside. And the stocks that supported Nifty to gain points were PSU banks, realty stocks, and other stocks like Hindalco, BEL, SBI, Shriram Finance, and Dr. Reddy Laboratories, etc. And stocks that affected Bank Nifty, okay, they were Bank Nifty, but let me tell you, the stocks that affected Bank Nifty were top losers are ICICI Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, HDFC Bank, SBI contributed to the Bank Nifty fall, and the top gainers in Bank Nifty were Federal Bank, AU Small Finance Bank, and Bank of Baroda were among the positive contributors. The reason for the market movement like this is because of today is monthly expiry of Nifty and Bank Nifty, and there were seemed to be a profit booking in both of the indexes and stocks. And the third reason for the market to move like this is because of mixed Qs and FI outflows. The market moved largely in line with mixed global sentiment. Foreign institutional investors have been net sellers today, adding to the selling pressure. And the another reason for market to move like this is because of money moved from sectors like IT and certain financials which saw profit booking into the other sectors like PSU and realty. What might happen tomorrow, as I told you, the price might consolidate in a tight range, or we might see the fall of continuation. And that's all for today. And if there is more, I will come with pre-market analysis and let you guys know about the important news and important events to follow. That's all for this video. Hope you understand the post-market analysis. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.